Hey guys, how are you? Hope everybody is having a good day. I'm going to talk about something a little bit different today. I'm going to go a little bit more general. I'm going to try to just talk to everybody more kind of, on a human level, not necessarily about, anything specific, whether it be sports cards or, comic book investing or collectibles investing or, stocks or any of that stuff. I want to talk more holistically about a topic that I think that I think it needs to be talked about more. And I want to kind of utilize this episode just to talk about this a little bit more openly, get feedback from you all too. But I'm hoping that this can be somewhat of a motivating video for people that, quite frankly, are going through some really tough times. With the whole COVID stuff, I mean, I'm really concerned personally about companies going bankrupt. I'm worried about restaurants. I'm worried about movie theaters. I'm worried about theme parks, any sort of entertainment, any sort of services industry. I'm worried about it. I have a lot of friends that work in services, and I just don't know really, I guess we all kind of just wonder what the future is going to look like. I mean, on the one hand, I guess we assume that in 6 months, a year, we'll all be back to normal again and we go on and life is planned. But there's a part of me that just wonders, is this kind of the new normal? Is this going to be, something that we're always dealing with? And maybe it's not a pandemic all the time, but is it something that we're always watchful for, fearful of, in the sense that we're not going out as much, we're not doing the things that we used to do? And so I wanted to make this video just about, investing and the importance of investing, and to just try to at least get started and get into an investment mindset of how are we going to get ourselves out of this and how are we going to build ourselves out of it. Now, I don't want to sound like I'm preaching. I don't want to sound like I'm tone deaf to what's going on in the world, because there's people going through horrendous things, job loss and, health issues and everything else. So take this as a motivational, a helpful thing, but this is not meant to be a lecture or anything like that. This is me just this is my thoughts, just talking openly about this particular topic and, trying to figure out how we can overcome this stuff. And, I know we have to have disposable income to be able to invest, and, but I think that we have to have a mindset of investment and finding a way to invest in something. And it doesn't necessarily have to be, we talk about sports cards, doesn't have to be stocks, doesn't have to be real estate. It's whatever you are interested in, and whatever you've done your research on and want to, put forth, put resources towards. But, our country is just so up in the air right now, and, it's really a scary time, honestly. Scary in the sense that we just don't know a lot of the future of a lot of these industries and so forth. And so, the talk is, the one thing that I really like about today's investment world is you do have online brokerages that allow you to invest, $1 a month with no minimums, free trades, with E-Trade or some of these Robinhood, these online brokerages. And so, if there's just a way that we can get into that mindset of, hey, look, I'm going through crazy stuff right now, but I'm going to get through it. I'm going to start off $1 a day or $1 a month and just put it into some account. And when I'm going to work towards, these are going to be building blocks, and I'm going to build up, I'm going to build this thing. And like I said, this is not necessarily buying sports cards. This could be working in the stock market. This could be, real estate. Maybe you're looking to buy land, and maybe you're looking to save for that land. It doesn't matter what it is. It's more about just getting started and doing it, and then building off of that, and building on it, and building on it. And then you have to think about too, what is your legacy? What is my legacy? Are we just here on this planet, and then, and then we're gone? And then what, and then what? I have kids, I have a wife, so I have to think about, there's things that are important to me that, I want to be known for, I want to be remembered for. Honestly, part of the reason why I started this channel was part of that legacy of hopefully, if I live to be 80 years old, I think it would be great to be able to look back and show my family kind of the videos that I made, and who knows, maybe we'll be doing virtual reality or something in 20 years or whatever. But you're documenting this for future generations, And that was something that really appealed to me when I started this channel. So, when we think about legacy, that's where investing comes in, because if you do want to leave something behind for family, for children, or for others, or you want to give it to your favorite charity, there has to be an investment mindset. There has to be, I'm going to take care of myself first, and I'm going to build this out and invest so that I can take care of others and take care of myself. So what do you guys? I want to hear about your thinking. My viewership, I'm always interested in getting feedback from viewership on all topics that I talk about. But when did you get into, because for people that are watching, you're buying cards, you're buying and selling sports cards, and a bunch of you have reached out to me on other things, whether it be real estate or whether it be stocks or whether it be anything. How did you get into that mindset? Did your parents get you into it? Did you just learn it along the way? Because, school doesn't teach you this stuff. I mean, I guess you could argue maybe in college you take finance classes and things like that, but as you're growing up through, elementary, middle school, high school, there's very little in financial education. So I'm very interested in hearing from viewership as to how did you get to where you are? How did you get that investor mindset? What brought you to where you are, and what could you maybe pass to, or what information could you give that, advice to others in the comments? Because I think it's important. I think, look, I put out these videos, they're going to go out onto the internet, and they're there on the internet forever, so I would really like to hear from others as to how they got into it. What sort of, maybe you have a crazy story as what got you in. Maybe it was something that, really just shook you and was like, I've got to get this figured out. I've got to save. I've got to invest. I want to build this legacy. Because, of course, there are some people that just want to make money and want to buy Lamborghinis and whatever. But I think the majority of people have a more broad path than that. I think they have a more broad ideal as to what they're doing. I know for me, I grew up in a middle-class family. We didn't have money growing up. I didn't grow up as, I wasn't a rich kid or anything like that. But my parents, I felt like they budgeted well, and they were responsible. And, those were kind of some things that were passed down to me. And I'm not going to sit here and say that I've made the most responsible purchases, all the time, because I haven't. I've got Mason Rudolph rookies over here, okay? I've got Ryan Finley rookies, guys. All right, I'm not a financial expert, but I'm trying, and I think that's the main point. I'm learning every day, and I'm eager to learn every day on this stuff, and I'm trying to work towards something to build that legacy and to build, just to build. I think that's kind of the word. Everything that we do, every video I make, every comment that I type, every day of work I put in, I'm constantly building and building and building. When I'm playing with my kids, when I'm playing, hanging out with my friends, with my family, I'm building relationships. I'm everything is a building block. What are your building blocks? What is your purpose? What are the things that really matter to you, and what got you into investing? Do you have any sort of worldly advice that you could pass on that we can maybe chat about in the comments? Because I always like to, I'm just trying to learn every single day. And I am no financial expert, like I said. I'm sure you guys that watch a lot know that already. But I like to learn. I like to share some of the things I've learned. I like to throw ideas out there, and I like to hear other people's ideas, because that's the only way I'm going to get better. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in. I know this was a little bit of a weirder, I don't want to say weird, but different video for me. And I hope I'm kind of opening up a more general conversation. Don't worry, I'll be back to sports card talk as well. There's actually going to be 2 videos coming out. I believe it's the 24th today. Okay, so I'm filming 2 today that are going to go out tomorrow. So I'm getting ready for the Mavs game. In preparation for the Mavs game, the kids are getting, they're having dinner and everything, and I am, mentally preparing for the Mavs game while I'm making this video with you guys. I'm going to make another video that's going to come out tomorrow as well. It's going to be sports card related, but wanted to get this one out just because I was thinking about the world, everybody in the world, and I want to hear from you all. How are you guys doing? I'm sitting here talking to you each day. We comment, we mix it up, for sports cards and everything else, but I'm always interested in general talk too. So, hit me up. Hey, if you want to email me, my email is down below. So reach out if there's anything that you wanted to share, or I like hearing everyone's stories, and I want to learn from you all too. So guys, thank you very much for tuning in. We will talk to you again later. Take care.